Hey guys, it's Tinker Tailor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon build series video. Today we have Chinchou, who is a water electric type Pokemon, and it looks kind of like a little bit like an anglerfish. It's like a little small blue spherical fish looking creature with little, it's kind of like tadpole. You know when tadpoles have the little tiny, they're not like arms, but they're just little flitty, flappy things that they kind of use to tadpole around in the water when they're kind of in the middle of growing. Like legs and arms and things like that. It also does have feet, and it kind of looks like it's got screw heads for eyes, like the crisscross pattern, not a flat head, a Phillips head screw. And then it's got two like lanterns coming out of it, I guess, like little angler light things coming out of it. The back of it actually it kind of comes out where like the top of the butt crack would be. And dangles over the front of the head like two lights, kind of, I guess, 45 degrees out from where the eyes are. So yeah, it's an interesting little guy. And originally I wanted to build an underwater restaurant, and I wanted it to be like deep underwater. And my initial idea was to build it in Sulani under on a beach lot, but underwater. And you can't really do that without a mod, and so I just thought, I don't want to have to try and mess around and make it work and hope that, I'm sure the mod makes it work, but just the whole shutting the game down, getting the mod, opening it back up again, testing it, make sure it works, all that sort of stuff, I didn't have it in me, I was also streaming as well at the time, so I was doing a co-working stream. Nobody could see what I was doing. So that I could have the co-working scene up so that people who wanted to focus on the co-working could, and I could focus on this. So yeah, I did not have the stream showing, but I still didn't want to have to go through all the hoops and jumping through, like getting this and that and the other. It just felt like a little bit too much for my little pea brain. I was already struggling to stay focused. I don't know, it was just really, really difficult for me to stay focused today. But I did, and I've caught up. I'm actually on time now, which I'm very proud of. And yeah, I think tomorrow, because I've done well today, I think tomorrow's going to be a good day. And if tomorrow's a good day, then, we're going to just keep having good days, So, yeah. If you didn't know, yeah, I do stream over on Twitch. I'm thinking maybe I'll start streaming here on YouTube. I'm not sure. I don't want to promise anything, because I don't want to, I've never done it before, and I know that some people can get very overwhelmed and distracted by the two different chats and things like that, and I'm not quite sure how to do it. I know, I'm pretty sure I know how to set it up. I just don't know how well I would do at managing it. So it's something I'll think about. I literally just thought about it just then. So if you're interested, let me know down below, because yeah, your feedback definitely is important. So if you want to see more stuff like this, then yeah, I'll do some live streams. But if you guys don't want to see it, then I guess I'll just keep it over on Twitch. It's really up to you guys. I'm very much open to discussion and feedback. It's definitely, yeah, whatever's gonna make you guys happy, I'm happy to work with and work around and figure out. But at the moment, yeah, my computer can barely run Twitch, but this is under the assumption that I have upgraded my PC, which is the plan. And I'm hoping to be able to do that over the next maybe month or two. I'll be able to get the first piece that I need, but then I'll slowly but surely get the other pieces that I need. So yeah, I hope that all works out. I do apologize, you probably can't hear it, but my cat is at the door yelling at me because it is actually bedtime. She's very strict with bedtime. She'll come and tell me off that it's bedtime and I should be asleep. So yeah, as soon as I finish uploading this video, I'll definitely be getting myself off to bed and making sure that she's happy with that, because yeah, she's very, half the time she'll send me to bed and not even join me. She'll just alright, you're in bed, good, this is the rules, you have to be asleep now. And other times she just jumps up and has a little nap with me. I've started sleeping with my door open, to be honest, which I know a lot of people are very much against, like, oh, I couldn't do that, I couldn't sleep with my door open. I was like that at first, but ever since I started doing it, she does not have to bang at the door to try and wake me up or yell at me. She can just leave if she needs to go to the bathroom, or if she's hungry, or if she wants some water, or if she wants to run around, if she's just wants to go sleep somewhere else, whatever it is she wants to do, she can go do that because she's not trapped. And the house is dark, so it doesn't really matter, and the roommates who get up before me or go to bed after me are pretty quiet, so it's not all terrible. But one fact I did learn that I'm not entirely, like, it makes me a little questionable, is that apparently, well, I say apparently, when there is a house on fire, if your doors are closed, it'll actually kind of trap it within the room that it's in, and it won't spread as fast, which can give you a better time to escape and get out and things like that. Because, yeah, with the door closed, it's getting less oxygen. But I'll be honest with you guys, the room, yeah, my room, I'm not too sure how successful I would be able to get out of my room if there was a fire. I don't know. That's probably something I should look into. I feel like everybody should look into that. You know, just have a little think and a little look and a little inspection on what would you do if the house was on fire. How would you get out safely? But honestly, I'm not too worried about that because everything that is a fire hazard is pretty well taken care of, you know? Like, our toaster recently shorted out, so it's unplugged. It's just, like, we've not had a toaster for like a week now, because, like, it's sitting on the bench, but it's unplugged. It's not plugged into anything, and we do have little portable heaters in the house, and those always get turned off. They are never kept on, because the people who own them, myself and another roommate, we are both absolutely petrified and paranoid. I don't want to say paranoid, but petrified is probably the right word, of leaving it on and having it be, yeah, like catching fire in the middle of the night while we're sleeping. So yeah, we both have our little going to bed schedule routine things, and both of them include turning off the little heater. I actually generally don't have it on even in the afternoon. I just put it on in the morning for a little bit, and then with the computer in the room it heats it up just enough that I can stay warm, and then yeah, the rest of the day it doesn't need to really be on. So yeah, at the end of the day, doesn't, like, there's not really much else. And yeah, again, the same roommate who has the heater is the only one with candles, and they only light it under supervision, because yeah, we don't want to have these little issues. I had a candle explode on me. I say explode, but like, it caught fire. The candle itself caught fire. So yeah, if you're ever buying candles with glitter in them, don't, because the glitter can catch fire. And I am a panicker. I'm so glad that I had one of my roommates in the room with me, because I mildly panicked. I froze and I went, I know you're not supposed to like, you can't just like put it out with your hand or anything like that. So I froze and went, what do I do? And that roommate thankfully immediately saw and came to my rescue, and it immediately got dumped in water. Because it's wax, you can dump it in water. And the only other time I've had an issue, I guess, was, I think, I was cooking in the kitchen and the burner just flared up for a second, and I just put my hands back up and took a step back, because I was like, this is not one that I'm like, I can't do anything about this if this catches fire. I don't have a fire blanket or anything like that. But thankfully it just, the flame of the burner just popped up a little bit and was like, hello, I am here, and that was it. Nothing actually caught on fire. So I panicked way less, and my roommate, who was the same one actually, saw it and was like, you know what, you did better. You're doing better. So yeah, long story short, learning to deal with flame and fire, but I generally also avoid it as much as possible because, well, I mean, if you don't start a fire, it can't get out of control. That's my end of that comment, I guess. But yeah, no, the build I ended up building. Probably should talk about that. Hey, it, like I said, it was originally going to be an underwater restaurant, which I have done one of those before. It was going to be very different to the one I did do. I wanted it to be sort of like glass walls you could look out of. The other one I did had a glass ceiling, and it was, I believe, 1 story. This one is 2. And on the second floor is the kitchen and the bathroom. And a bunch of tables downstairs. So yeah, I just wanted it to be nice and simple, nice and easy to use, nothing too over the top or anything like that. I do know there's some issues with the Get to Restaurant pack, so I'm not entirely sure what things should be done to avoid those issues. So if you are a game player and you know the issues that happen within the Get to Restaurant pack, please let me know, because in the future when I'm building restaurants, I would love to be able to address those issues and build so that it makes it a little bit more convenient. I know some people prefer to build 1-story restaurants or play with 1-story restaurants, but I'm not entirely sure as to why. But yeah, if you let me know, I'll definitely try my hardest to take all those things into account. Sometimes I do just build to be pretty, but yeah, again, I will definitely try to take your advice and your building, your gameplay advice, I guess, into account when building, because I definitely want to make sure that people who are actually going to be using my builds, like, it just makes sense, you know, like you're not just confused and like, why did you build it like that? Because that's currently how I build. I currently just build that in a way that makes me happy, and I do want to take game players into account. So if you have a gameplay feature that you know builders don't necessarily know about, please let me know. Even if it's not related to restaurants specifically. If it's something that you see so much, or you've seen something that I have done, please never hesitate to let me know in the comments, even if it's a different video. Like, let's say you're watching this one and then you randomly watch a completely different one and you see I did something in that video that's inconvenient for you as a game player in that video. Let me know in that video. Like, I don't mind. I am open to hearing how gameplay is affected, or like, yeah, how I can build better for gameplay. I'll put it that way. Because yeah, I'm not much of a game player. I don't really do it at all. And I don't know, it's good. It's like, I do enjoy watching people play it, and the chaotic things they come up with, and the storylines, and the, you know, all the different weird and wacky things that can happen, you know? But building still has its claws gripped around my heart very, very strongly. So I don't think I'm going to be leaving building anytime soon. It just makes me so happy and relaxed. And I mean, sometimes I fight builds and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm like, I feel overwhelmed and blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, it does make me very happy, and I wouldn't want to get rid of it at the end of the day. But yeah, I know not everyone builds, and that's why I do want to try and make sure that I take into account those of you who do build, because those of you who do gameplay, because not everyone who plays The Sims builds. In fact, there are a few people who I watch over on Twitch who do mostly gameplay, and when they are building, they build off stream, and man, oh man, do I want to see them build on stream. I want to see it. I want to see it so bad. But you know, they're gameplay people, so you know, I'm sure they would love to see me do gameplay, but I love building. So it's one of those things where it's like, you know, I have the thing I like, you have the thing you like. We want to see each other do the thing. So yeah, I don't know. It's we all have different things we love about this game, and I think that increases my love for this game. Is that, yeah, there is so much in this game that is just so different and out there, and you know, you can do challenges and gameplays and legacies, and you know, there are people out there who, you know, when they play The Sims, it's literally just, oh, here is a sim and here's the family and I'm just going to take care of them and I'm going to send them to work and school and try and give them the best life as possible. And now they've, like, one of the kids has grown up and I'm going to continue with them, and look, the grandparents are coming in because, you know, the kids now grown up and had kids of themselves and of their own. And, you know, some people play like that, but some people play like Rags to Riches challenges, or the 100 Baby, or the Black Widow challenge. There's so many challenges out there. But then there are also people who create things in CAS. There are people who do like really cool like tattoos or animal print. I don't know what the animal, like when you're painting the animals, what that's called, but that stuff, like, it's just beautiful, like the amazing different things that we can do. And then of course, yes, we have builders, and even within building, like, some people are really, really good at castles, some people are really, really, really good at modern type builds, some people are really, really good at cottages, and like it's just, no matter what section you look at, there's so many different things that can be done with this game. And even like with mods as well, like there's so much that you can do with mods in this game that just changes it so much. Like, for example, tool mod. I'm not adding anything new to the game, but I'm able to change the way I use the items within the game. But then there are mods out there that, you know, like, that, you know, I think there's a mod out there where you can have a bank and individual money per sim rather than per household. And that in itself can change the absolute entire way you play the game. So yeah, it's very, I don't know, it's a game where so many different types of people can play. You know, if you're wanting just to make something pretty, you can go into CAS, you can go into build mode. If you want to make people you don't like and drown them in pools, you can do that. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people do that, and not just drowning them in pools, but, you know, like that's just what simmers do. But if you want to play this beautiful life with this beautiful family, you can. Or if you want to play a Shrek-looking character who lives in the basement and hacks money for a living, that's also something you can do. That's the one time I played with my roommate. That is what he did. We made a sim that was kind of Shrek-esque, and he did live in a basement, and there was 2 sims who lived upstairs, and I think it was like Liberty Lee and Summer Holiday, and they fell in love. I'm not sure if it was those 2. I just remember it being 2 townies who fell in love, who lived upstairs, and yeah, it was very interesting, I'll say that much. But that, again, that, like, we all play how we want to. But I am at heart a builder. And if you guys want to see more building, I do come out with a new build pretty much every single day, just not the last couple of days of February due to the A to Z challenge. If you want to hear more about that, then definitely go, there's a link down below for it. But I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.